So guys, you will say, what is this abomination that you will want us to watch you doing today? Yeah, and I say it's fine. It's abomination most likely. But you know, this combines this concept, which is Chase from Paw Patrol, like Hulk. It combines stylized anatomy and also combines a little bit of, let's say, cartoon character creation, which is kind of thing that it's nice to practice also. And this happens to be this week's challenge in my Discord server. The Discord server already have around 4,000 something people, which is great. A lot of people. Of course, not all of them are active, but some of them are active, and it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. So this will be the head. Let's try to make it a little bit more. Yeah, I haven't practiced today, although, so probably this will bite me in the butt, because if you don't practice, if you don't warm up at least for the day, most likely you will have difficulties, but we'll see. We'll see how it will go. So this is Chase from Paw Patrol. So those of you who are not having children, or at least nieces or some close to you who is watching this kind of movies, you will be a little bit like, what the hell is this? But I'm sure that some of you know Paw Patrol is one of the very, very famous cartoons these days. It is kind of nice for small kids because it's bright, it's cool, the characters are always like happy, they are friends. It's utopical, you know, like for kids. It's not scary at all, so it's fine. My daughter, for example, loves it. She always watches it. And if I put something else, like some movie like Ice Age or whatever, she's starting to get scared of some of the characters, some of the things that happen. So Paw Patrol is good. Paw Patrol is on the roll. Okay, so I have doing the head for a long time, already for 2 minutes and 45 seconds, which is a lot for me. But we are having something already, so it's fine, I guess. We'll see. We will do the hat also. I don't know about the pants though, but we'll try. We'll try to do everything. As this is this week's challenge, the sculpting challenge in the Discord server. So yeah, link to the Discord server in the description, as well as for my courses. By the way, the courses in ArtStation now are on sale, so you can check them out. The courses for 3D characters and Blender, of course, sculpting, all those things. And don't forget, in all my courses, I also give you some life advices. You don't ask for them, but they're there. So, you know, take it or leave it. It's fine. Life advices, always good to have. I just ate, so now I'm having some things in my mouth. That's why I'm doing this kind of awkward things. By the way, check out the t-shirt. Amazing tiger. Yeah, black t-shirt, yes. But this tiger even glows in the dark. I bought it 7 years ago when I was in Thailand. And I bought 2 t-shirts from there, and both of them are glowing in the dark t-shirts. Not that it matters that much, but it's a fine t-shirt with the tiger. What am I doing? Now, this will be his hat. And you'll say, but how this is the hat? You will know. First, when we want to do something like the hat, we go to generate on the modifiers and add mirror. Mirror modifier is very important. Now we delete this face. No, we don't delete it. We just move it like this and then delete it. And then we select all those edges and move them closer with clipping on. Clipping has to be on. And then we delete the bottom. Now we have the base for the hat. We can go to sculpt mode and just move it into position, and then we can go again to edit mode. I know it's a lot to take in, but bear with me, and put some edges. Then for the front part we can do this, and we are kind of ready with the base of the hat. This is the base mesh for the hat. The hat will have a lot more, not a lot more, but it will have thickness, it will be a little bit more interesting probably. We'll see. For now, we're just putting things, and those things at some point we will refine. If we have time, of course, because we don't want to spend too much time on this, although the more time you spend on such thing, whatever it is, even if the concept is silly like this one. This is AI, by the way, again, generated by me, it's not from internet. I generated this for my daughter, and I decided that this could be a good exercise for people. And many people thought that they will not do this challenge, they will boycott the challenge, they will not do it in the Discord server. Why? Because it will not sit good in their portfolios, which is an okay reason, but there is always but. The idea is not everything that you have to do to be nice in your portfolio. The idea is that sometimes you need to do things that are not as that will not sit as well in your portfolio. You will not have to put them in your portfolio anyways, and those things just have to be done, because when you have job in a company, for example, then you'll have to do things that are not exactly your style, or you don't like them that much. And as I said, this is good for exercise. You don't have to put it in your portfolio. But even this silly concept, if you do it right, if you do it nicely, it will be okay for the portfolio. Even this one, which is, yeah, many people will say, but how? It's stupid. Yeah, but you know, even stupid thing, if you do it right, because there is anatomy here, there is stylized anatomy, and if you do it correctly, it'll be good. It will sit nicely to your portfolio stuff. Yeah, so Rafael Grassetti had made for 10 minutes a whole bust with arms without hands. So let's see if we can do this dog for this amount of time, like 10 minutes, but his head, he didn't make the head. So maybe I will do a video reaction to Grassetti's 10 minutes sculpting, but I will do it with hands and face. And why would I do that? I will tell you. This will be just for my ego, just to show myself that I'm faster than him, you know. And faster than him doesn't mean that I'm better than him. Don't think that faster is better. Usually, faster is just faster. If you are a good, like, experienced sculptor like me, faster will be okay. It will be fine. But usually it will not be better. So be careful about that. Better doesn't mean faster. Faster is just faster. Many people are watching me and said, but Nico, we want to be like you. We want to be fast. We want to, you know, to do whatever we want super fast, which is okay. But you have to go through the whole phase of doing things slowly and meticulously, because I was there, I was doing that, and before you start doing the things fast. You know, there are just steps that you have to take. You cannot jump through the hoop just like that and not do those steps. So this will be his arm, the whole arm, by the way. This will be the whole arm. I will not do it from two parts. I will do it just from one part. At least, that's what I'm planning to do. We'll see what will happen exactly. But the plans are this. So let's add a little bit of a mirror. And the first step to be fast is to know the program and to have a lot of experience in the program itself. This is the first step. So practice, practice, and practice. If you ask me how to be fast and how to, you know, be able to do all those things that you are doing. So I'm now talking and sculpting at the same time, without breaking a sweat that much. Although probably if I'm not talking, I would do a little bit better and a little bit faster maybe, but it's not exactly for sure. It's not. 111 people watching. Hello everybody. I'm sure that many people said hello from India, hello from Pakistan, hello from Turkey, hello from... hello to everybody. I'm not reading now the comments because I want to... Yeah, the 10-minute mark has passed. So we have a body, we have a face, so we're not in a bad shape for 10 minutes. Let's continue. And as I said, don't try to compare yourself to me that much, especially in the beginning. If you are an experienced sculptor, then of course, yes, you can try to work and to practice more for speed. But in the beginning, speed is irrelevant. What is important is the quality of your works. That's the only thing important, because as I always say, when you go to ArtStation, to somebody's profile, and you see some amazing nice 3D character, you don't care if he spent 3 months or 5 months working on this character. You just care how good the character looks. And there are people who are putting speed works in ArtStation, which is a mistake in my opinion. Speed sculpts, they don't belong to ArtStation. Speed sculpts, find some other place to put them if you want to show them to the world, yes, but the ArtStation is not the place for them. ArtStation for me is the place to put your best effort, rendering, sculpting, a lot of time put into the model, because you know this is your platform. This is the way to show the world that you are capable, and the world will give you jobs. So about the jobs, I want to say a few things because it's yeah, it's pretty interesting. Nowadays we have a lot of layoffs of the IT industry, gaming industry also. So you know, now is a little bit bad time for the industry. Now, I mean now, which is this year, probably will be like this. Maybe next year, at least to the middle of it, probably yes. But after that, most likely, the things will go back to the way they were. People will start searching for other people to, I mean, they will start searching for good quality workers. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm thinking that this will happen. About the AI, you know, the AI, nobody wants to have anything to do with the AI that much. Not even one respectable firm wants to be captured to have AI in their games or any of their works. So even if they're using AI, they're then using people to fix the works of the AI. So for now we are safe, we are fine, it's nothing to worry about, at least for now. And also the AI usually is not doing exactly what you want in exactly what style you want. Usually it cannot do that because it's not creative. It's you know, the AI is not really creative. It can do amazing things, but as people say, it's always, they are stolen, we may say. So yeah, be careful and don't be afraid of the AI. It will not take your work yet. It will not take over your job yet. It has to develop a lot more. And now there are some laws in place that works made from AI, made with AI, they cannot be copyrighted. So yeah, people are making AI art and they're putting it out there, and when somebody is taking this art and makes something with it and doesn't mention their name, they can be angry, but they cannot do anything about it. So yeah, AI artists, they are not exactly artists, as you probably can imagine. They are mostly like technical specialists, if they are, because I see a lot of very nice AI artworks. Obviously, they're made with a lot of trial and error, a lot of prompt testing and stuff like this. So yes, it requires some skill, but it's not the skill that that requires to make a character from scratch. This is a completely different skill. And it's much more difficult to learn anatomy, to spend years and years learning anatomy, than to just spend a couple of months or weeks writing prompts. It's a different thing. But the idea is at the end is which one is working. And AI is not working. I have friends in the industry. They're telling me that, yeah, the industry is trying to help with AI, with the help of AI. And yes, you can do some kind of basic things with the AI just to show the artists what you need. And then the artist is doing the job. Actual artists. So the AI is just the tool right now. Completely a tool. It's nothing more than that, and hopefully it will not be more than that. But we'll see. And again, if you want to be left behind, don't use the AI. Just do the things the old ways. And then you will be left behind, and you will die lonely and forgotten. Most likely. No. Always there will be search for amazing 2D artists who can do amazing things. And if the AI becomes so powerful that it can do everything, even then, the best 2D artists will be even more searched for. It will be like a vintage thing. It will be like, you know, pretty cool thing it will be to have a work. And some games will be advertised like, you know, completely made by human or something like this. And people will say, okay, yeah, this game is completely made by humans, so we can buy them, buy the game, or, you know, pay for the things in the game. It's pretty cool. But yeah, these times probably are coming. I am playing some mobile games, and one of them, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of AI art in it. A little bit disguised, but still I think it's AI, because AI art, although very nice rendered, very nice looking, it's kind of chaotic. There are things that are not logical, and people usually don't do that, especially good artists. And if they can do such a nice render, they are good artists. But, you know, you see this kind of mismatches. You're seeing amazing render with some things that are looking awkward. Like for example in this, the render is pretty nice, the shadows, everything, the rim light, but then you see this dog here that he's holding on some kind of a chain. Is like, what is happening? And the legs are looking like from Lego figure. It just doesn't match. Doesn't match those things. And that's what I'm saying, that AI still is not on the level that it needs to be to get our jobs, especially the 3D. The 3D AI for now is just on a very beginner stage. It cannot do anything really. When it starts to do something, when it starts to get there, who will gonna use it? Who is gonna use the 3D AI? The 3D artists. Nobody else has an idea how to open a 3D program, how to work on it, how to fix some mistakes on the anatomy or anything else. So, especially in the first couple of years, when they develop a nice AI that can do 3D from concept, the 3D artists will be the ones who will use it as a tool. So don't worry about it. Just get your skills, and if you like doing 3D, just do it. Just continue learning, sculpting, doing characters. This is my passion. For me, this is a hobby and also work, of course. So it's cool. Russian mafia will not allow our AI to survive. We'll see. When do you think about those scumbags online using AI on Instagram saying this is my work while gathering an audience from that? I think that now, in the early days of AI art, if we can call it that, people still are easily fooled by this. But this will not last. At some point, people will start recognizing AI, and they will see that it doesn't have value at all, because you can generate, everybody will be able, and now even everybody is able to generate a couple of images very, very quick, just for a couple of seconds even, and post them on Instagram, and this will lose value very, very quickly. And those people who are doing it, they will just go into oblivion pretty fast, except for the best of them. Because, as I said, prompting is something that requires a little bit of practice and requires thinking, specific thinking, and some people can do it better than others. And the best, they will always be okay. They will have, let's say, not jobs, but they will have followings, which is okay. But there will be few. The most followings will still be on normal artists who are doing the things in the normal way with their artistic self, their artistic skills, and people will always appreciate that. This is my opinion. People will always appreciate more a real artist doing real art than AI artist who is doing things for just a couple of seconds, you know. You cannot appreciate that. It's the same with photography, you know. When the photography came, probably most artists, 2D artists, thought that they will lose their jobs because there is photography. But as we can see, nothing like this happens. And the AI cannot kind of think of something completely new very easy, because it is working with what it has, and what it has is just the old works, you know. And if you want something completely new, it will be very difficult for the AI, but it can help you, by the way, to give you some inspiration for you to do something new, for example. So, as I said, it's a tool for artists. The artists are those who can benefit mostly from this tool, from the AI. I know a guy friend of mine, he's working on, he's in the gambling business. I mean, he's not gambling, but he's an artist in the company which are doing kind of gamble games or whatever. And they were trying very hard to use AI in their art, but they didn't succeed. Because they want something clean, something nice, something cartoony, for example, for the game. The AI is always putting too much details, it's trying too much, and usually it doesn't work at the end. So that's what I'm saying. So the legs are awful, they look completely awful. So yeah, you will have to forgive me for this. I usually don't do this super ugly things, but now I did it. I'm sorry, and we will try to fix it. They have to be a little bit shorter, because this is kind of... And as I said, this character is not easy. It's not easy at all. It's kind of hard even, and that's why it's good. Because hard things are making us work more, and we're getting better with it. At least that's the idea. And yeah, I see all the time in some groups, even in Facebook groups for ZBrush, for sculpting, I see people, these are my sculpts. Okay, show the wireframe. No answer, you know, because there is no wireframe. It's just AI, and the AI can kind of do front, back, side view of some character, even looking like clay sculpt. Probably it can do wireframe, but it will not be consistent, at least for now. And yeah, there was a guy, I told you, probably one of the last streams, I told you that there was a guy who approached me in my email, and he wanted me to do some character for him, and the character was very, very detailed, very well rendered. It looked like 3D, but it was AI, obviously. And I told him that it's not a good idea because it will never be like the concept. It will take too much effort to do it like the concept, because the concept is AI and has a lot of details. And when I told him that this is AI, probably he was thinking that I will not recognize the AI. But yeah, people are getting better and better in recognizing the AI. And yeah, he didn't write anything after that, after this initial mail. So people probably are doing some small companies, they are doing things with AI, but they are a little bit ashamed, and when you kind of tell them to their face like this is AI and it's not a good idea to do it, and they're like, oh, I'm ashamed, let's go, you know. That's my understanding, at least. Let's do some pants. Okay. Oh, let's try F9 if it will work. No. Okay, in Blender, when you create a mesh, like a cylinder, you have to immediately go here and to the bottom left and change, if you want to change the sides. You have to change them immediately, otherwise you will not be able to change them ever, never. Which is a little bit awkward, but it's fine. Should be fine. I don't like the legs, by the way. They're pretty bad looking, and probably they should be a little bit smaller. And the head, it always can be smaller. I like to make smaller heads, as probably most of you know. The heads on my characters are always smaller than the concept. This will not be an exception. We cannot make exception for anybody. We always have to make small legs, small heads. Yeah, this is from the gaming industry, by the way. When I was working in the gaming industry, which was like for 15 years, I was working in Gameloft. We always make this kind of heroic characters, and they always have a little bit, you know, proportions were a little bit off in terms of small heads, big bodies, just to look more intimidating and more heroic. My opinion is that it's completely fine. Now I will do some modeling, polymodeling. Let's see, extrude this up, select this, control through this, extrude this in, but then put a mirror modifier and clipping. And now with the clipping, I can try, no, okay. Now we have something like pants. It looks like pants, so it should be pants, right? Yes, should be. The last time that I did this model, because I did it already once, was on my Discord stream. Sometimes I'm doing streams on Discord and in the Discord server, and I did it there. I did it, I think, even Saturday when I put the challenge on. Then I did this model in the Discord, so people can see that it's not that difficult, it's not that awkward to do it, and it probably takes a little bit of, even a little bit of skill to do this concept. It's not so silly as it looks, because it looks silly, yes, I know. And that's why many people don't want to do it. But the results from this challenge, I'm thinking that it's more difficult for people to do this than to do the lady before. The lady from the last week challenge was easier for people, I think. And there were more people inclined to do it. More than 60 people participated in the last week challenge with the girl with the breasts, which I did on the stream, by the way. I think one of my latest streams it was. and you can check it out. And I show also in the stream the other people what they have done, and probably I will show that today also. We'll see. So we have this now. Let's go. And how much time do we have? Okay, 30 minutes up to now. For 30 minutes we have this. It's fine for 30 minutes, I guess. It's not ultra bad. Many people will say, but this is super slow, Nico. How can you do this to us? We believed in you. Now you failed us. For 30 minutes you've done this much, which is so low. You are not the guy that we thought you are anymore, and stuff like this. Yes, I understand that. It's normal for people to think that. But you know, you can not always be on your best shape of your life. But I am. No, it's a pretty good timing, by the way. Now, what I will do is, let me think. I will add a solidify modifier with a solidify like this. Then I will add subdivision surface modifier, and the subdivision will be at least 2 levels. Okay, 2 levels is fine. Then in edge data of the solidify modifier, I will increase this. And then what I will do is, I will select this mesh, Control A, and visual geometry to mesh. And now, whatever we see is whatever we get, which is great. I like it. Now we can use the symmetrize if we don't have symmetry, but we now have. And it's something amazing. We like it. Do you like it? Yes. Do I like it? No. But I will like it at some point. I never like my things in the beginning. Now, let's try to see if we can catch this loop, duplicate it with Shift D, and then P selection, which is to, now I'll have to select it somehow. No, it's this one. Yes, this one. So P selection means we are just, okay, I will take the upper section, move it, and the lower move it down. And this is our belt. So P, what is P doing is putting it on a separate mesh. Let's see again. P, yeah, separate. Separate is the name of the game here. So we have a belt. On this belt we can put some subdivision surface mode. Oh no, subdivision I don't need for now. I need solidify modifier. Alright. The legs are not as in the concept, but I don't like the legs on the concept. So I am doing something, you know, a little bit more different. We can even do some nails or talons. No, talons are only for the birds, I think. So nails, most likely. Heine, could tell me please what buttons did you bind on your pen buttons? Just one of the buttons is the right mouse button, but I don't use it that much because it's not easy for me. I don't use the pen buttons that much. Just, it's difficult. When I need to do something with buttons, I just grab my mouse, which is close to my tablet, and I just use it. So in sculpting, I never use buttons, except when trying to mask like this. Like this. Then I'm using the mouse now, when trying to select mask like this. So let's see the whole thing. It doesn't look like the concept, so we will try to achieve a better concept look. How we will do that, I don't know, what we'll see. This will be a little bit thicker. We can just move it a little bit and then spread them. Okay, I think it's alright, but it's not completely fine. I don't completely approve it yet. we need to move a few things a little bit more, and he needs to be wider, which is awkward because it's wide now, but he needs to be even wider. So I will move the arms a little bit on the side like this, and then yeah, sometimes it sounds a little bit counterintuitive because it's too wide and you need to make it wider in the shoulders and everything. But if you do it, maybe it will be fine. You can always test it. It's not a problem to test things and then move them back if they don't work. But usually I've noticed that when I'm testing things, usually I keep them the way that I'm testing them. I don't know why, but this just happens sometimes. I don't like his abdominal muscles. They're looking too uniform, too artificial, we may say. But it's okay. We can, we can deal with it. I'm not gonna, suffer too much about it. Okay, it does look relatively fine. We don't have eyes, and also the feet are looking awkward. So we will try to fix them a little bit. Nice, like this. Where do I find best anatomy classes? In the description of this video you can find them, the best anatomy classes. And, if we have to be honest, Proco Anatomy even in YouTube is completely fine. Proco is a creator, he's an artist, 2D artist, but his anatomy courses are just amazing. They are very funny, very well made, it's just super nice. Is this reference this week's challenge? Exactly, yes. Hey Nico, any chance we get an interview with your friend that does painting on a 3D prints? Yeah, I'm planning on it. He's now doing, I can show you where he is with the sculpt, but I am not sure that it will. Let me try to show you. It's nothing too much yet. He's doing phases. Yeah, it's not ready yet. He's just painting it on stages, and he's doing it very slow. So yeah, this shows that you don't have to be fast. You just have to be great quality. Fast doesn't matter. Fastness doesn't matter. When I say matter, it seems like I'm Russian. And many people think I'm Russian. I'm not Russian. Although I know a little bit of Russian, but not Russian. Which country are you from, Nico? You will ask. I will tell you. Bulgaria. Bulgaria is a country which is in European Union even, we are. And yeah, small country, not many people know about it, but it is there. And people in Bulgaria doesn't look like me. They are more not so Arabic looking, because you can see my face and you say this guy probably is an Arab because of the eyebrows and everything, but I'm not. And although I look like one, in Bulgaria people look more like Serbians, more like Slavic people. We are Slavic people in Bulgaria. Slavic. So I'm not your typical Bulgarian. When I go to some foreign country, they always ask me, where are you from? We cannot decide where are you from, because I don't look like, if they have to really guess where I'm from, probably there'll be something like Saudi Arabia or Egypt or I don't know, or Turkey, why not? If I learn Turkish, I know a few words, but if I learn Turkish, I probably will pass for a Turkey guy with no problem at all. And maybe I have some Turkish heritage I don't know about, but I may have. Because, back in the days, the Ottoman Empire, which is today's Turkey, was holding Bulgaria, my country, for about 500 years. We were under the Ottoman Empire rule. So the things are probably they are very mixed here. Yeah, it's interesting. But that's why it's nice. It's interesting. I don't know, the people who are living in those days probably were not that happy about it, but nowadays it's fine. Okay, we have the body, oh, ice we don't have. Let's do some ice. Ice, baby. 200 people watching, very nice. So people, after all, are kind of curious to see. I was very surprised the last stream. The last stream was mostly ArtStation reviews, and there were 400 and something people watching at the same time, which was just wow, you know. Just amazing amount of people watching. And I see, by the way, the subscribers of this channel, almost 50,000. It's just wow. This channel is 1 year and I think 3 months or 4 months old. Yeah, 1 year, 4 months old is this channel, and we have this amount of subscribers. I think it's pretty nice. Hopefully people are feeling kind of entertained by my works and by myself also, so it's cool. Let's read some comments and rest a little bit, because, you know, working for like 40 minutes constantly, it's getting us here, but it's taxing on your physical and psychological well-being. I was in the country, I love your mountains. Yeah, we have a lot of mountains, a lot of greenery. It's a very beautiful country, Bulgaria. We know Bulgaria through Rusev. Ah, Double is superstar. Yeah, I know him. I would say Turkey. Turkey. Sometime you use symmetrize function. What is that doing exactly? Symmetrize is if, for example, I don't use symmetry and I work on this, I work on this shoulder, and suddenly I realize I don't have symmetry. I just go and symmetrize, and it goes to the other, and then I put my symmetry on. And of course you can go to the symmetry here, symmetrize, and in this example it's -x to +x, but you can change it, because if you have worked on this part of the model, for example, for a while, and you realize you don't have symmetry, then you can just copy and paste it with symmetrize. In this case it will be +x to -x you have to put. Just the normal things, you know, just normal things. Everyone waiting patiently for their profiles to be reviewed. This, you mean the ArtStation profiles, and everyone waiting patiently, you mean except for the Russian mafia, right? Yeah, I know. So yeah, I realized that we are very far away with the profiles with ArtStation. So maybe today we can check few out. We'll see if we will have time, because now my arms are in a very bad shape. I don't like how they work, how they look. We have to fix them a little bit, and then maybe make kind of a render. Why not? I don't know. We'll see if we will be able to. But if we are, it will be great, because we will have a nice thumbnail for this video. And thumbnails are the things that are bringing people to the video usually. When the thumbnail is a very beautiful girl, but I don't know why, but this thumbnail with this guy has brought the most people on my channel. This video about Goro, making Goro for 1.5 hours, I made this. Of course, afterwards, in order to 3D print it, I put around 3 more hours into it just to clean the things. Because as you can see, when I'm sculpting this fast, I'm leaving things pretty much in a bad shape. But it doesn't matter. The overall shape, in my opinion, matters the most. That's why I'm trying to achieve this overall shape in the beginning, and then the rest is just a question of a little bit more time. The idea is that, yeah, Goro brought, now it has almost 500,000 views, the Goro video, which is crazy. I even cannot kind of comprehend these numbers. 500,000 views for 2 months. It's like, what's happening here? But yeah, people are happy, so it's fine. But not every video can be like Goro. So don't expect all the videos to be that good. They just can't. And that's successful because, you know, my videos are okay. But not every video can be that successful as the Goro. The Goro is just an exception from the rule. I don't know. Maybe we can do it as a weekly challenge at some point, the Goro. So many people can try to do them by themselves. But I noticed that the weekly challenge, when the weekly challenge is a whole figure with legs and arms and everything, people are like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, it's too much. But if it's just a bust, people are trying because they think that probably this is more easier, or I don't know, more easier or just easier. All right, let's poly paint it a little bit and be over with it. We don't have all the things, of course. Let's make something. This has to be done. I was thinking that I can do it for an hour, but probably I can't. At least not now. Yeah, we have 15 minutes though, almost to an hour. So maybe if we are not ultra slow, we can try to achieve this. This will be the logo of Paw Patrol. I will not do the whole logo, of course. It's stupid to do it. But I will try just to make the overall shape of it as I'm doing. Mostly overall shapes. This is my specialty. Overall shaping. And people sometimes are paying money for overall shapes only, which is great. If you can do very nice overall shapes, it can be fine. Now, you see, it's not straight. So how to make it straight? Let's try to do this. So, like this. And then I will make it as 0. It should be straight now. Yeah, it is. Now I will apply the mirror. I don't care. Then I will go to solidify and make it thick. And then I will select it and scale it down. And we will put it as a belt buckle. This is the belt, the belt buckle. Good. And then we can Shift D and move it on Z axis to put it on the hat too. Because we had to. Yeah. I had to do it, you know. I had to. So, let's go and take this, generate what? Solidify. Solidify is one of my favorite modifiers. It's doing amazing job. Or at least with it, we can do amazing job if we want. If we don't want, we can do horrible job with it. So it's your choice, of course. It's your choice if you want to do amazing job with it or horrible job with it. It's absolutely the choice of everybody. But I plan to do a good job with it, usually. Usually, that's my plan. Sometimes things don't go according to plan. We all know that this is the case. But I don't know, it's fine. Now, let's see. It's looking relatively fine. Let's color it. Come on, man. We don't have that much time. What are you doing? Color it. Yeah, I know. I will color it. Let's see this color. Alright, it's not good, but it's fine. The face. Good job. Now, we need a little bit of yellowish color here and there, just for just to have variety, because it doesn't look good if everything is one color. When everything is one color, it looks boring, and we don't want that. We want a little bit of variety. Now we have it. It's nothing too much, but it's fine. Now, what I want to do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. What I gotta do? Sometimes I'm singing, but I don't know the lyrics. And it's like, it happens to anyone, but you know, you don't have to be shy about it. You can sing without knowing the lyrics, and if you don't care that people will laugh, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay, let's subdivide it a little bit more. And there was a guy who was asking in one of the videos, hopefully he's watching this now, how to get this mesh, and then how to remesh. In the recent versions of Blender, it's just pressing R in your keyboard and then moving the mouse around and then choosing, of course, your remesh, or you go from here and choose your voxel size, and then with Control R you remesh. That's how you do it, at least in the recent version of Blender. I was about to say ZBrush, which is a mistake. I don't use ZBrush anymore. I don't plan to use ZBrush anymore. Some people are asking me, Nico, when will you go back to ZBrush? Please go back to ZBrush. ZBrush is the best. I know, but ZBrush is not free. And I want to show the world as much as possible that with this free software, when you have the skills, you can do everything. You know, you don't need anything. You don't need ultra expensive softwares or whatever. You just need the skill. That's it, nothing more. Easy. And of course the skill is something that you acquire through a lot of years of hardcore practice. Hardcore practice. Hardcore practice. But what can I say? It's cool. It should be cool. We have eyebrows like this, for example. We have something like this. Because it's a cartoon character, sometimes we have those things. And we have to do the eyes. We have to do something like eyes. So I don't know. I think this was the eye. Let's increase this and Control A. We have to apply the subdivision before we do the eyes. Otherwise, we'll not have eyes. We'll have just one eye. If we don't apply the sub, no, we will have whatever we want, but this is not what I mean. But what do you mean, Nico? Why are you saying things and then just forget about it? Because, people, I am working and sometimes even I cannot remember what I was trying to say, you know. Even I cannot remember. I know it's sad, but Nico is only human. Yes, you got me. You got me. Yeah, I know I told you that I'm AI, very advanced AI and something, but I lied. I'm human. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I know you believed in me, and now everything falls apart because I'm just a human after all. We can do another one here. Okay, good. He's very kind of, you know, happy. Or just, I don't know. Doesn't matter that much. It's fine. I think we need a little bit more work on the body, color-wise. So I will go, and with saturation, I can bump up the saturation a little bit and do it also on the leg, on the arms, the legs. We can do, and also here. Yes, good. Now we have to add subdivision surface modifier here. Increase the edge data and the subdivision surface. How much time do we have? 6 minutes. We will not be able to make a render in 6 minutes. I'm sorry, guys, but renders take time. So I am just sorry, it's not possible. But we will do something else. We will select the head, Control A, visual geometry to mesh. Now we have it, and now I will just work on it as a mesh. It's pretty thick, so it's cool. It's cool to have a thick hat. We like thick hats or whatever. Okay, I don't care. It's fine. Let's color it blue. Blue. Spanish eyes. And the pants blue. You are the one that satisfies. I still have problems with the coughing. Yeah, I was sick for some, even weeks, couple of weeks. It was nothing too much. I mean, sickness is a little bit too much to say, but I have coughs and a little bit of something in my lungs when I lay down to sleep, and it sounds a little bit strange when I'm breathing. It's cool. I have that every winter at least once. It's normal for me. But still we are strong, so it's fine. Let's go and add some kind of shadow. Shadow on the wall. Dun, 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 dun. Shadow on the wall. Dun, dun. Yeah, it doesn't look quite well, but I will move the hat like this. I mean the face, just to point in the right direction. And it looks awful in my opinion. So we can try to make a little bit of a render here. Yeah, I know we will go above 1 hour, but I haven't said that it will be an hour, I think. So yes, let's do the ambient occlusion a little bit. Good job with the ambient occlusion, we have it. And now let's try to achieve it with the scene light. No, the scene world. Okay, which one? The strength down. Good. And the scene light, we will have them. World opacity. Okay, good. Wire color, we don't care. Rotation, we might care about rotation a little bit. Okay. Let's make the material like we always do, or almost always. It lags exactly where we select the material. It lags a little bit, which I don't know. Control L, link materials, and we're good to go. Now we have the materials, which is great. Let's go to the eyes, by the way, and change the material. I mean, select another material and decrease the roughness, and also increase the IR, and you will see we have just more interesting eyes. Great. Now the roughness of the body also, we can do a little bit of, you know, like this, but not too much. We have to be very careful with the roughness. If we do it too much, we might end up with a very, very difficult thing. By the way, I don't know why this... it came out from the back. Okay, I will select this one and move it forward, and interestingly, it's fine. Alright, so we don't have lights. Let's put some lights in the scene. We need a point light which will be behind him, which will be our rim light. And let's try to 20,000. Yeah, I know 20,000 sounds a lot, but it's cool to have a good rim light, if we can have it. Obviously, it's difficult to have a good rim light, but it's very close to him. Alright, we have a nicely done rim light. Now I will go another, which is sunlight, and just do it like this and like this. Yeah, it's a little bit better, I think, but his face is not lit. It's not lit. So what we can do about the face is just take this light, copy it, put it close to the face, just to lit the face, make it 200. Even less probably it will have to be, and it should be fine. Let's make it 20. Why not? 20 is fine. And just get it closer to the face, just to lit it a little bit. better. Let's increase it like this. Okay, okay. So this is fake, I know, but fake sometimes works. Color management. I always go and go to a very high contrast. Is a little bit too much probably, but it looks like the concept, so we are fine. Let's make final adjustments, and we are 1 hour. Yes, baby. I think we managed to do it. So I like applauds. I would like you to applaud a little bit. Very high contrast probably is not exactly what you want. High contrast is a little bit better, and we haven't painted the nails, so I will go and just give them a little bit of paint. The nails. Just like this, it's not too much, but it's cool. We have a rim light. We have almost everything that we need. It's looking not exactly like the concept. Let's say it's not like the concept, but it's kinda, you know, it's not. It's worse. The concept is better. So I admit that the AI is better than me. So yeah, but it's working. It's fine. So now, for 1 hour we have done this, which is great. I will save it. Save. Now we can go to the Discord server and see what people have done so far with the thing. Or just 3 questions first. Let me go for the questions in the chat a little bit. I'll go a little bit more up. Try sculpting with a controller, see how fast you'll be done. Oh, a troll. Good, good. He's looking into my soul, yeah. With a retro controller. Okay, that's what AI will say. Yeah. He has seen some things. The face is disturbing. Yeah, I know. Hello, Nikolai. Started sculpting with the tutorials. Thank you so much. They helped me a lot during my projects. Very good. Thank you. Hulk Patrol. Exactly. Hulk Patrol. Hulk Patrol. Dun, 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 dun. I was just wondering if I could send you some of my sculptures to know your opinion about them. I will be so grateful. Okay, but you know, if I am not in a good mood, my opinion may not help. You may not like it. I mean, it's normal. No, I usually am not very rough with people. Sometimes I am though. Yeah, it depends. Hi bro, where are you from? I already said that. Yeah, those I have seen some stuff. I'm from Bulgaria. That rotational deal with its head is freaking scary. Now it's looking exactly into your soul. That's what making it so good, you know. Oh, we will release new course soon, Nico. What about it? Will be a case of yes. Yeah, it will be about arms and hand sculpting exercises. So if you want to, you know, to improve your arm and hand anatomy sculpting, this will be a course for you. But I haven't started it yet. I will start it probably after I return from Thailand. So most likely it will come out March. We'll see. Hello, suffering from Tbilisi. Tbilisi, Georgia. I think. Wonderful content. Thank you. Hi, Nico. Why almost all game studios use Maya or Max instead of Blender? Because they are just... this is inertia, it's called. Because they were using that and Blender was not good enough. Now Blender is good enough for about 3 years now. Before that it wasn't good enough. For 3 years Blender is good enough, but they are still using Max and Maya because, you know, all people that are working in those studios from back in the days, they were using Max and Maya. And they don't want to go and learn Blender and start using Blender because also big studios have plugins that they have written especially for themselves for Maya or Max. And it's difficult to rewrite those plugins for Blender. A lot of issues, but the idea is that smaller studios that are just coming out, they're using Blender more and more because it's free, of course, and it can do the job done. You know, there was a comment in one of my videos, and it was super funny because this comment says that Blender is not good enough, nobody is using it, it's not even close to industry standard, which is not true. These guys just don't, you know, some people just don't know what they're talking about. They think they know, they think they're smart, they're like capable, they know stuff, they do stuff. But you know, I have 15 years in the industry and I'm doing characters for like 12 of those years, 3D characters, and I know what's happening, you know. And now those companies that are using Blender And those companies, which are small companies, some of them, few of them, of course, will become next Blizzard, they will become next Ubisoft, they will become next big things in some years, and they're using Blender, and they will not stop using Blender. Because, you know, once you start using Blender and you implement Blender, you know, or in the whole workflow in the company, then how the hell will you use Max or Maya, since they're ultra premium and expensive programs, and they're not better than Blender in most things. So, you know, once you start using Blender, there's no turning back. Blender it will be forever. Unless Max and Maya become like for like $50 or something, then maybe there will be competition with Blender. Now Blender doesn't have competition at all. It doesn't. It's free. All other programs, including 3D Code, I've seen. Jama Jurabaev, I think, was the name of the guy, Java or whatever. I'm not sure, but he's an amazing artist, and he has done some things with 3D Code. Amazing things, very nice. It looks super cool. So 3D Code also is a sculpting program. Obviously, I didn't know that. So you can sculpt nowadays in ZBrush, in Blender, in 3D Code, Mudbox. I'm not sure exactly Mudbox how it is with Mudbox, but back in the days I've seen amazing things done with Mudbox. You have Nomad Sculpt, and probably those are mostly the programs you can sculpt with. But the idea is that once you go free and you can do everything basically with Blender, you don't go don't go back. Keep up the good work. Okay, good. Zdarova. You can make him smoother by going object mode and right click and shade smooth. I know. It's fine. That's the cutest Hulk I've ever seen do extra work. Thank you. Eyes too far forward, iris and everything too small. Had these problems doing the challenge. Yes, I have them also. So yeah, by the way, it's absolutely right. We can just increase the size of the eyes like this and move them back if we can, by the way, which will be a little bit difficult, but if we can move them back slightly with a little bit bigger size, it will be amazing. It's messed up. It's difficult. Let's just move it a little bit like this and G move it back. Okay, let's move it this with G. Yeah, he looks awkward, I know, but it's fine. He's good. He's good. This belongs in Five Nights at Freddy's, okay? Hi Nico, would you make some videos about female anatomy? I love the learn to watching your videos, also have funny jokes. Would you make some videos about female anatomy? I have a cool course about female anatomy. You can find it in the description below in the video. In all the videos in this channel, by the way, which are all live videos, kind of. This channel is only for live videos, especially for live videos. If you go to the channel itself, to the front page, you will see some videos which are featured, of course, which are with most views. But when you go to the live section, then you see all the videos there. It will be like, wow. I'm doing video almost every week, so probably around 50 videos already in this channel. I'm thinking it's around 50. Greetings from Germany. Hello. Achtung. ARL lights are best for rim light effect modeling, amazing, just in 1 hour. Yeah. How you visualize viewport mode to final view? How you visualize viewport mode to final view? I don't know what you're talking about. You look like Kratos. Thank you very much. Yes, there comes a generation that will use Blender only. Exactly. I started using Blender like a week or more ago, and it's pretty fun, but it's nice and you can make hard surfaces and sculpt same place, but ZBrush is so much more comfy and fun to sculpt in. ZBrush is comfy and fun until you get used to Blender. When you get used to Blender, it's, you know, you forget about ZBrush, like I did. I forgot about ZBrush. Now I'm thinking, by the way, of buying a new computer. It will be expensive, but with a little bit more current generation CPU, nicer GPU, at least twice as nice. By the way, I didn't know, 1 week ago, I didn't know that 3090, the CPU 3090, which was a beast, like 1 year and a half ago, 3090 was the best GPU. It was just the beast, 3090 from NVIDIA. Now, 4070 Super 4070 Super is the newest, one of the newest cards from Nvidia. 4070 Super is as good as 4090 in Blender, in games, in whatever. It's just wow. And it has a lot less power, you know, it drains a lot less power, so it's cool. Hi from Italy. Buongiorno. Do you often change brushes strength? No. I just finished your Super Anatomy course. Very good. What do you think of Reillusion softwares? I don't know them. Blender can't handle a lot of polygons though. It can't, but if you have a lot of RAM, a very nice video card, and a good processor with a lot of cores, it can go up to like 40 million polygons, 50 million polygons with not a huge issue. So yeah, it depends on the computer. Of course, if you are a student, if you don't have too much money, you have just a very cheap laptop, most likely ZBrush will be better choice for you, because ZBrush can work on lower level with a lot more polygons. 4090, the GPU 4090 from Nvidia is, I will never buy it. At least that's what I'm saying now. First, it will not go into my computer box, you know, into my case. It will not fit. Also, it has issues with the power connectors. They melt sometimes. It draws a lot of power. It's ultra expensive. I mean, my whole configuration that I'm thinking about buying now, with 128 gigabytes of RAM, with a current version, nice processor, with a nice video card, 4070 Super, for example, although it has only 12 gigabytes of RAM, but it's cool. All the configuration with the power supply, with everything, costs around the price of 14090. So thank you very much, but I will pass. Hard pass. You know, you don't have to go over the top. You just have to go good enough. And price compared to strength, I mean, price to power ratio, 4070 Super now is one of the best cards. No, 4070 Super is better than 3090, and it has way less VRAM, yes, half, but it's better. If you go comparisons in YouTube, you will see it's, in many cases, it's better. And it's much cheaper, of course. 3070 Ti, probably it's also a good card. 120 gigabyte RAM is insane, I know, but now I'm at 64 gigabytes, and it's fine. But if I have to upgrade, I need more, right? So why should I upgrade? But Blender doesn't have polygroups feature like ZBrush. It has. It's called, let me show you how it's called. Face sets. It has face sets, you can make them, you can, but you know, I don't use them that much. But it has. It has. So let's go to the weekly sculpt challenge and see what people have done. When I announced the challenge, I don't know where it was. Sometimes people are just, you know, laughing in the channel, which is okay. I mean, I don't care that much to clean the channel that much, but if you post something that's not weekly challenge related, like your work in this channel, weekly sculpt challenge, usually I remove it because it's, you know, it's not weekly challenge. We have a lot of people, you know, made the weekly challenge. I'm a little bit amazed. They're probably... Okay, so I announced the challenge here. Many people say, wow, this is stupid. We don't want to do it because it's stupid. It will not sit good in my portfolio and whatever. Then we have the first guy who did it pretty well. Then I did it in the stream. By the way, it's okay. It's cool. This is on the Discord stream when I do sometimes. And then other people are starting to do it. This is one guy, this is another guy, same things from the last challenge. This one I like, you know. You see how it takes shape, very nice. Okay, from the last week challenge. They will, by the way, for this that I'm showing, they will demonetize this video and make it age restrictive probably. Just for those flashes of boobs here and there. You know, YouTube is just amazing. This, of course, this is another guy or girl, artist, let's say. This is me, obviously. This is another one. Yeah, a lot of people have done it. It's pretty cool. This one is pretty nice. I like it. I already liked it. This one is interesting. This one, yeah, pretty cool. Not many people have done the backpack, but some people have just spent time, like this, for example. You see, environment, chain, all those things, they're just bumping your skill, because you have to how to do the chain. Let's go and ask YouTube, go to a video on YouTube and do it. Any ideas on the next week challenge? I will show you the next week challenge right now. It will be this, but not next week. Next week most likely will be this. Many people have already done that in the Discord server. I've seen it a couple of times. But for a weekly challenge, it will be cool to have this. And maybe the next week will be this. This is pretty cool. AI again. I'm sorry, I think it's AI because you see those huge details here and here. But of course, you don't have to do all the details. It's stupid to do them. Somebody, if they want to do it, I'm not holding you back. You can do it if you want. But usually I don't require. And of course, those challenges, they don't have a price or something. They just are something that if you want to do it, if you want to push yourself a little bit, if you want to train a little bit, you can do it. My brother here. Okay, and other people have done it. This is pretty good also. But this render is a little bit dark. So, yeah, try to make better renders. This one overall looks good. Pretty good. And this one, amazing stuff. I mean, wow. This is more realistic. Probably this is from the Hulk and made it for this. This one is looking interesting because it's animation. Very nice. So yeah, that's the weekly challenge. Let's see some ArtStation portfolios because we have time, a little bit of time. Yeah, for 15 minutes, let's see where we were. Ooh, we are very, very far away from where we have to be. We have a lot of portfolios, guys. I'm sorry that I'm not doing portfolios more often. So we have to go to, we are here, no. Oh, this cat was amazing, but let's go down. Okay, Dima Klimakov. Let's see what Dima has done for his portfolio. Very nice portfolio, but let's go and click here. Okay, it's again the same. So, very nice portfolio. Let's see this. Devon Malkov. Devon. He's a freelancer. He have done the Demon Huntress. He didn't mention the course. I don't care that much, but it's a common courtesy to mention that you have made it from the course. If you haven't, then it's fine. But I guess most people who are doing this concept are doing it from the course, from my course. This one also probably done from the course, and it's it's relatively fine. It's cool, but again, yeah, it would be nice to just mention it. Just a nice thing to do, You know, when I see a portfolio with only things done from courses, I like it. Because this means that the person is trying, they're watching the courses, they're learning from the courses, and they're making it. But at some point you have to try to make your own things. Like after like 5 or 6 courses, of course, it's time to do something from a concept which is different from any courses. Some nice concepts, just to choose it and make it. And then remove those things from your portfolio, because this is again amazing portfolio. As we can see, some of the portfolios obviously have disappeared, which I don't know how it happened, but some of them just are gone. This one is here. This one is here. So let's see, we have characters here. We have Spider-Man. The Spider-Man looks very nice, and the render is pretty cool. The anatomy is not bad. I want to see more characters. Let's see this goat. This is just a goat. Looks good though. It's not a bad goat. This guy is called that he's a 3D environment artist, but he's a senior 3D generalist also. So he has some idea how to do characters, although he's doing mostly environments. And yeah, it's visible that the anatomy is a little bit off, but it's not ultra bad. I would say it's okay, but it's not on the production level, of course. But the environments are looking great. This guy is generalist. Nikita, let's see Nikita. It looks pretty cool. So good and cool. It's cool. Wow. This guy. I think we have seen this guy already because I'm following him. Probably we have seen him. Let's see. This is just, I don't know. Yeah, it's very nice. That's what I'm about. I mean, it's super nice. It's very realistic because you see how the head is pretty big, but this is realism because this girl is around 170 centimeters tall or even a little bit less, so it's more realistic. If I was doing this concept, I don't know what concept is this, by the way, let's see. Dragon Knight, yeah. If I was doing this concept, I would do the head like this or even smaller. She would look more like a hero, but not so realistic. So I think he has done amazing job with this. Just wow. Superb. And the others, of course, I don't want to look at them because I haven't done this kind of a super detailed thing for a long time. And I'm a little bit jealous. So yeah, very good job from Nikita. Let's go to this. Nikolai Zakharov. So this guy is has my name. Zakharov from Russia, probably. Yes, from Russia. He has mostly not environment, but props. But obviously he's doing props very well. You see the attention on the detail. When you're putting this cartridge inside the gun, it's kind of, making this scratch marks. Very nice. I like it. But of course, we are mostly, interested here in characters, anatomy, renders. But again, when you see something that's nice, you appreciate it. It's nice. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I've seen comparisons, and unfortunately the 3090 is faster by a few percent. Everyone says that NVIDIA is generating by claiming that it's faster than 3090. The Ti version is faster than 3090. I think 4070 Super is a very good card, and I probably will get one. And I'm planning a little bit over my head, but I probably will get one. And after year and a half, when they are much cheaper, I will get another one. So I'll have two. And in Blender, it helps a lot with rendering especially. Of course, it helps 12 gigabytes of RAM. 3090 has 24 gigabytes of RAM, so it's double. But 3090 drags about or draws about like double the wattage. So it's very, very power hungry card for the same basic performance. So it's not good. 3090, except if you can get it very cheap. For example, there are 3090s here in Bulgaria. Sometimes you can find them in the sites. People are selling them for sometimes like 500 euro or 600 euro, which is pretty cheap. But you get it without warranty, which is not a good thing. And also the 3090, you have to be very careful buying this card because it's huge. It's 33.6 centimeters, some of the models. Very, very long card. And I was getting my case out to see if this will fit my case. It didn't fit my case. So I had to cut a little bit. But it doesn't matter. I was planning to get 3090 secondhand. But I guess I will get 4070 for a little bit more money, but with warranty, which I think it's relevant. Okay, we have this from Stanislav. And yes, so yeah, only things from courses. These are this on the top here is from the course of head exercises. This is from the Superhuman Anatomy. This is Demon Huntress, and this is the game character from Heroes of the Dark. By the way, this character, you can check it out. This is on my other channel, which is called Speedchar. And this is, yeah, it's free on the channel, the whole course. So it's cool. But as I said, it's good to have only these things, only things from tutorials or from courses. But at some point, wow, this is pretty cool. And I would say this is not as cool as this. This is looking amazing, and if this was a thumbnail, it would be much better. So thumbnails are important. This is not a bad thumbnail. It's not the best, but it's not bad, so it's fine. So this is the same character here, animation, everything. Let's see this. Old Wizard. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. The render has to be a little bit better. There are certain dark areas which, you know, for a cartoon character, they shouldn't be there. But overall, if this guy put on Rafiat, if he's doing everything by himself, he has skills. I see the overall pose and the anatomy is not bad at all, I would say. So yeah, very nice. But he's a 3D character artist, as he says, from Bangladesh. I don't know if he's working in a company or something, but he has skills. So yeah, cool. We like it. We like it. Weekly Sculpt Challenge. The dragon is very cool. But as I said, when I see oh, it's very nice. It's amazing though. Yeah, it's very nice. This is super nice. But we delete it. Why? Because this is the Weekly Sculpt Challenge channel. But it's very cool. The dragon is amazing. Post it in show off, and that's it. In show off is the place to post those things, or in whips if it's not finished. In work in progress, not in the Weekly Sculpt Challenge. In the Weekly Sculpt Challenge, we are posting only Weekly Sculpt Challenge stuff. Where are we? Now we are up. I don't know what's happened. But this was the best idea, to like everything that we have already seen and to see. Okay, let's see Artur, what he's doing. Artur Mektiev is doing this. So, okay, the arm here is a little bit awkward looking, this hand. The face is overall not bad. Here, the material, like gold, is fine. This is a very nice pose. Overall, this looks pretty cool. This also looks very cool. Okay, very nice, very nice. I like it. I like it. Only on this pose, which is exactly on the thumbnail, the hand is not very nice. So I would suggest change the thumbnail to one of those other things, like your avatar here is very nice. Okay, so are we at 1 hour and a half? Yeah, we have one more portfolio. Okay, if I can pronounce this name correctly, I'm the best. Samrid Sharma from India. Samrid Sharma, let's see what he has done. Not bad, not bad, but first images to be a clay, and not exactly a render, but just clay, kind of a print screen, I don't think it's a good idea. So the first renders have to be nice renders, because when people are entering the page of your model, of your work, the first thing they need to see is the best. It has to be the best thing. They have to be amazed when they enter. And overall, the model doesn't look bad, but with color and the render is not very good, so it's a little bit off. Again, the clay is looking great. And then with the render, it doesn't have ambient occlusion that much. It's a little bit flat. It doesn't work quite well. With the turntable is looking relatively fine. But you see, nobody will like this too much because it doesn't have body. And, you know, people like to see overall finish things. At least make the body with some shoulders and a little bit of the arm and finish it there. Finishing it just through here, it's okay for practice, but again, the renders are not as good. We have some rim light, but it's kind of a flat, it's not well lit, it's kind of a blurred with the background. If we squeeze our eyes a little bit, and it kind of, most of the model disappeared to the background. So careful about this. And on that bombshell, we will end this video. What is this in show off? Oh, this is nice. Looking pretty cool, this guy. But we will not go to your portfolio. Why? Because it's not fair to other people who are posting it in ArtStation portfolios. You know, because everybody is posting in ArtStation portfolios, they are waiting for the review, and it's not fair if I review something. So let's go, and I will just go to here and mark this as unread, if I can. If I can't, I don't know, from here, mark unread. Yes, good. All right, guys, good to see you, and good to see me. And yeah, if I have a chance to get ZBrush for $20 a year, students license or Blender is enough. If you have the chance to get ZBrush, get it, because you know most companies, especially big companies, they still require ZBrush. So if you can get ZBrush, it's a good idea to have ZBrush. But other than that, just for practice, just to practice your sculpting, Blender is completely enough. You can sculpt in Blender if you don't go too far with your polygons. So be careful, because most of the time you will not have a very powerful PC. If you have a very powerful PC, then you don't have to worry too much. You can go up to like 30 millions on your model, it will be fine. But if you don't have a very powerful PC, be careful what you do, and just use Blender for sculpting. It's a very fast program, you open it very fast, everything is super cool. Just be careful with the polygons. Sometimes even with my PC, it just blocks the PC. If I just mistakenly made it, let me show you. If I go like this and remesh and go to the bottom, 0.301, and if I remesh now, everything will halt and I will have to restart my computer from the bottom. So be very careful with this. Just don't go below this too much. 0.009 probably should be the lowest you go. Of course, if you have to go to production quality, then you may go a little bit lower, but not too much, because you will be sorry. Except probably if you have 4090 video card and you have like Threadripper processor and maybe 120 gigabytes of RAM, then probably you will be okay, but I'm not sure because I haven't tested it. So I'm just saying what I know. Okay, bye for now, guys, and see you. Why do you hate ZBrush? No, I don't hate ZBrush. I was working with ZBrush so many times, but it's not free, and I'm hating that. I'm hating about ZBrush is that it's not free, and it kind of close. I mean, it's a little bit better than Blender probably in sculpting, but not that much. Not like $700 or $900 more an year, or every month you have to pay this amount. In Blender, you don't have to pay. Bye for now. See you.